Hi. So, I believe that I met this man in Toronto, Ontario. He said that I was the only girl that he would visit in Toronto, and he had promised me his house, his mother, his family, his friends, all of his money, which he told me $1 billion. He actually told me he had more and that his boss has more than that, but I guess like legally he has $1 billion. And he promised me, so his house, $1 billion, his mom, his friends, his family, his car, and his food, and all of his fridge and his food, in his fridge, all his food. I was told him he might get extorted, so the cops trafficked me and I need skull surgery. So I have this. It's a head injury. They are also withholding my passport. I do not have that right now. Also, they had a doctor married to a cop. When I went to I gave an Italian detective from Toronto a bunch of proof. So he sent me a babysitter. I was told I was fighting to be Queen Elizabeth, first of all, and that I'm adopted. I am English, and I'm Danish and Norway and Irish and Scottish. So I had met him before that I was told that I went into this military war thing and I got raped by a lot of soldiers. I was told that I had to fight for it. I got a bunch of broken bones and I got trafficked by a bunch of Mafia cops. My inheritance lawyer is Joseph William Irving, and he makes $400 an hour. 295 Matheson, Mississauga, Ontario. I got crazy tattooed on me because I met a lot of corrupt people in the government and I got raped by a bunch of military soldiers. This is an English birth certificate that the philanthropist sent me a babysitter to protect me through a military war, and I got raped by a detective named Andrew in that time. Andrew Corkill. He lives at 820 Cosburn Avenue in Toronto, Ontario. And then so in this, it says they met me. They drove from London, July 2019. But in this report, which is deleted, it was an Italian detective. I asked them to go fetch the Jewish guy for me because I was getting too scared and my contracts were almost over. They were supposed to be over on my 30th birthday. So the day I got this head injury was June 2nd, and Queen Elizabeth was crowned that day, June 2nd. On September 7th, I was forced to say yes to a guy to pretend to date him, and he raped my virginity. The day he raped my virginity was Queen Elizabeth's dad's birthday, which his birthday is December 14th. He done it on the 13th, but it might have been the 14th because it was nighttime. I don't remember what time it was exactly. And the day he forced me to say yes to him was September 7th, and September 6th is Princess Diana's funeral, the day it started. So anyways, back to those Italian detectives. They have deleted this proof. This is not in the police station. The police station has deleted it. They have also deleted the fact that I met with 2 detectives from the human trafficking unit. They have also deleted the fact that I met with 4 professional standards. So I told that Italian detective he's kind of short but kind of tall, and he's very built. Like he's got like big muscles. They deleted it. I've been trying to look for him. I'm pretty sure his name's David, but I can't really remember. I do know he's for sure Italian, and so he's on camera at the Pizza July 24th, 2017, beside the police station at 601 Dundas Street. They have deleted. I have proof now. So I had compensation coming. Here. It was for like $20,000 or $30,000, but you see this is June 19th. I was expecting to be queen on my 30th birthday. I was expecting also to be fucked over for that because I decided not to, I could have been hanging out with Drake and I could have been on the TVs and I could have been in commercials and stuff, and I decided not to, just to not be like that. And so I expected to get fucked over for that because then all of a sudden my face would be all over the news and stuff, and so it wouldn't really make sense to a lot of people, and some people might feel crazy. And so the thing is, I didn't expect to get fucked over for the Jewish guy's things. And so he had got me pregnant and promised me his house, his friends, his family, his fridge, the food in his fridge, his car, and all of his money, which he told me he had actually more than $1 billion, but that he promised me what he had, I guess legally, $1 billion. And he said his boss had more. I did ask who his boss was, and I thought he was an FBI agent, actually. So I don't know. I just know that his girlfriend is Jewish, and she's French. And they've never been married, and he doesn't have kids. And he's a Jewish philanthropist, and he would only come to Toronto and Mississauga to visit me. So in Toronto and Mississauga, Joseph William Irving is my inheritance lawyer, and he's refusing me my inheritance from a Greek man named John, which is over $5 million. And he raped me for 4 years without condoms. He's a mafia lawyer, and first I got raped by Serbians. I do have the proof here, but I'm going to upload more than one video. So I had got raped by some Serbians. His name is Daniel, and they drugged me and raped me and forced me to eat a cucumber right after John told me that he was leaving me all of his inheritance, the Greek guy. And then after my lawyer had already sexually assaulted me, and they forced me, it's called dry ratting, I learned on Google. So they forced me to drink Johnny Walker Black. That's what my inheritance lawyer, the mafia lawyer, he drinks, because he's probably friends with them, and he probably thought if he kills me out of the old man's will, then he can share it with other people in his family. And so that's technically what he's doing right now. He's having police cover up a bunch of things that happened to me. I was strangled. I had broken bones. I've been put in seizures. And anyways, I went to order my London things, and the police forgot I had this. So this file number you can see, that's when I was going to claim my inheritance from Queen Elizabeth, which is August 4th, 2022. So I had booked my ticket September 6th, 2022 to go claim my inheritance. She died on the 8th, ironically. And it says 863 pieces of paper are to be released to me to bring to the RCMP. I got raped by a bunch of military soldiers in London. And so this is Joseph. This is Joseph Irving and me. See Irving. And my name. And so the weird part with this is this is the second last paper. I got back this many pieces. So 574. So they actually deleted 288 occurrences, the police station did. And the sad part about that is that there's a new chief of police, so that the last one was corrupt, and as well as this one. And then I also have proof I was human trafficked by cops. And so I have a lot more proof. I've only brought a little bit. I remember the Jewish guy had blue eyes. I can't really tell in this picture. Can you tell if he's got blue eyes? So maybe somebody could help me and figure out if Jeffrey Epstein had blue eyes, because everything matches up to his profile. He had told me he got another girl that liked yoga or something, pregnant by some Indian guy in India, and then he's like, I got some rich girl pregnant by an Indian. And then he said, I actually asked him, I was trying to get out of trying to be Queen Elizabeth, as I was told. I got really dangerous at one point, and I just wanted to go in housing, and like I already have people, friends with money, and then just explain to them what happened and just sue the people that raped me and move on. So I was told that I can't get out of my contract, so I asked the Jewish guy to traffic me a baby into me and send me all his money in case he gets extorted. And when I told him these things, he was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm Jewish, oh my God, I need a cigarette. And I didn't even know he smoked cigarettes. And so then he got drunk and he played a question game with me, a ping pong game. And anyways, the bank now is deleting a bunch of my things. So the weird part about that one occurrence, and Amir Klein. So if you can see this is it all started with Jewish people, the military thing. So that's his signature. That's him, Amir Klein. I don't know if you can see that, Amir Klein. So this is fraud, this piece of paper. He typed up a note, but it's lying. That's probably why he typed it, because if I lived and he got caught, he'd get in more trouble for typing it himself probably. And so this says my doctors that I was raped. Post-traumatic stress. This also says multiple sexual and physical abuses. And then it says trafficked. So the weird part about that is that a doctor married to a cop, when I went to go collect my inheritance from this Jewish guy, I've got multiple numbers I've already posted that are linked to him. his phone numbers. So I had a dislocated neck, a dislocated shoulder, and I need skull surgery. This is called a crane fixation. This was June 2nd. I don't know if get closer. Head injury. So I was told that I would be killed for all of these things. I hired a half black girl. Her name is Kiki. I can't find her anywhere. I'm not sure if she's missing, if she's been murdered, and I'm also very nervous for her. She's half Trinidad. She's from Toronto. She broke up with her boyfriend. She was supposed to go on Oprah and tell them that Queen Elizabeth was racist. And she was also supposed to stop talking to her best friend for her safety and be a witness on what was happening. But I can't find her anywhere, so I'm pretty sure someone murdered her during this process. It's making me very worried for her. And so in this, again, I will show you one more time. I have, like I said, I have much more evidence, but it's I felt these ones that were the most important for my first video. And so this says, again, you can see that. That's the Italian cop. So when it says, the odd part is I forgot the most important occurrence, the second most important occurrence. This one, again, I will show you. It says July. But in the report, it says Thomas Reamer, as you can see also. It's the cops covering for other Mafia cops. So they actually met me with, in her other report that I'll bring out in my next video, they met me with Claudine Thomas, but in December 2019. But I was being attempted murdered by Lori Ann Williams, who is a psychiatrist from Ottawa. And she attempted murdered me in Kitchener, Grand River Hospital. She put me in like 3 to 7 comas where I was sleeping for 3 days. And then she was tranquilizing me on top of that. And she was also had me on 65% more medication than I was supposed to be. So let's say I was crazy, right? And she put me on antipsychotics and I was 79 pounds. She's supposed to put me on like 10 milligrams. She had me on 65 milligrams of morphine, of antipsychotics, and then she was also tranquilizing me. So I was losing more weight while I was there, and she's had patients die in her care before. So she's married to a police officer, and I've learned that she's also had other patients die in her care before. So there is a nurse on YouTube you can Google from Woodstock that just got caught with murdering a bunch of patients. Ruth Blaney is a part of this. She's a justice of the peace. Her daughter is Melody Jolin. She does cocaine, and so she works with a bunch of drug dealers and judges. And that makes me very nervous that they're friends with my lawyer that's withholding my inheritance, that's friends with those Serbians. And it says if the person doesn't claim the money from Jeffrey Epstein, which I am supposed to most likely claim it, he got me pregnant with the guy from England. So so this Irving, this is my name right here. So Christopher Shaw is a detective at the Windsor Police that is assisting this cover-up. And at this point, I believe that he must be a Mafia cop, because why would you, I gave him a list of 49 men who raped me. Their addresses, drug dealers, murders, shootings, guys, broken bones, I've been put in seizures. They will not lay charges. So I could only assume that that's part of a cover-up for another Italian Mafia cop who is on camera in London, Ontario, the police station at 601 Dundas. This guy is on camera this day buying me pizza. August 24th, 2017. You'll see him on camera if they still have their footage. He's very muscular, and he's kind of short but kind of tall, probably around 5'8", 5'9", and he's Italian. And so that I gave him a address, no looking back, 81@gmail.com, and asked him to get the Jewish philanthropist because I was scared, but I never told them that I was supposed to inherit his money. So they came from Andrew Corkill's office. This is a police report on Andrew Corkill, a Mafia detective that violently raped me and trafficked me for almost 2 years. And so they done a cover-up so that they probably killed him because he's a witness on Andrew. And the shitty part for them is that they didn't expect me to go claim the $1 billion. So that I've already been raped by Serbians. So I think that maybe they were already going to kill him. I don't know, because that his money is being claimed by Serbians that might be friends with Andrew. So I have in other reports, his name is Daniel. He's Serbian and he likes doing cocaine. He went to Diamonds nightclub in Mississauga. I got drugged November 2012. So he'll be there then. Anyways, I was just wondering if there's any lawyers out there, anybody who knows any lawyers, if they could contact me. My email is John, JohnLeibwer23@outlook.com. And I will be uploading more videos later on. Thank you.